You are now listening to Barcode Boys.
Y'all funky ass up. Y'all know the routine.
Niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
I'm halfway to nowhere, and I know what I gotta do. I'm about three steps unfolding. I just need gotta come through. I need love, I need patience. Take me back to the basics. I just need one more shot at living. I just need one more shot like Pippin.
Niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you. I am the have-not mascot.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. What's good with the people? Just some regular guys and gals having some real conversation.
Yeah,
Except with the people. What's good, LBs?
it is dinner time for some.
I'm about to say dinner time. 5:41.
It is dinner time for some and work travel time for others.
Yeah, it's 5:44.
I'm good though. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I can't complain, man. I can't complain. How was your weekend, man?
Very
your
short. This weekend went by so fast.
How was your fourth, though? What'd you do for the fourth? You ain't do nothing?
Oh, it was good. I went to my folks' house. We usually do like a get together at one of my aunt's houses, so that was good. Ate and had some fireworks and came on home.
All right, I went to some park out here. Some park out here. Seen the fireworks. It wasn't like up top, but it was a show.
Okay.
Definitely a show. The people was outside. Was outside. A lot of activity, I tell you that. Over
was
the weekend.
A lot going on everywhere.
Everywhere. Fly, what's good with you, brother?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
How you, man? How was your weekend?
It was all right. I ain't do much, man. You know, regular, staying out the way, man. I was trying to stay out that heat, man. You know, I work outside for a living, so I don't just be outside to be outside, brother. Not when it's hot like that.
Yeah, been smoking Joe Frazier out here, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I was outside though, man. I went outside to see what was going on, man. On the fourth, man. It was all right though. It was all right, man. It was something to do. Got me some videos of the fireworks, so it was all right. But it's been a lot going on over the weekend, man. Think we need to talk about it, man. A lot going on all over the country, man. A lot of mass shootings. A lot of stuff going on, man. Just too much. Too much.
Definitely a lot.
A lot. They still talking about Young Miami. We're going to get into that again some more later on. We started off too early with the Young Miami last week. That took the whole show. That took the whole show. But I know y'all heard about this kid Nolan Wells, man.
Oh yeah.
Man. Nolan Wells, man. Well, y'all know they done found him.
Yeah.
They done found him today, man. I was paying close attention to that today, man. I was out a little earlier, you know, working and doing some things. But yeah, man. Nolan Wells. They found the body, recovered his body. You know, he was out with his, I don't know what you want to call him. I guess you want to call him
so-called friends. I don't know. How nobody know what happened to you. Ain't nobody keeping up with you. Them your friends, though. I don't know.
And then they say they don't remember nothing. And then y'all all athletes. Y'all all play for the team. I don't know, man. It's just...
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't either. I don't either, man. I don't either. But they definitely found him, man. And let's see, just hours of authorities recovered a body in the area. The 15-year-old Nolan Wells had been missing. His mother, Christine Wansley, confirmed the devastating news that it was her son. In a heartfelt statement, she thanked family, friends, the community, the United Cajun Navy, local law enforcement, and everyone who helped search for Nolan over the past several days. She described him as a special soul who was always willing to cheer, uplift others while asking for privacy as her family grieves. She also shared that no GoFundMe has been created by her, Nolan's father, their family, or friends, and urged the public to report any fundraising pages claiming otherwise. Our hearts are with Nolan's family, friends, teammates, and everyone who loved him during this incredibly difficult time. How are these your friends and they came back home without you?
Where they found him at? Like, where they exactly found him at?
I don't know. I guess we'll get that update a little later because they're not saying, if he had any injuries, none of that stuff just yet. But
he I don't know who wrote this, but he was 18, not 15.
Yeah, 18. You're right. He was 18, LB. I don't even know how I let that slide past, but he was definitely 18.
I was definitely about to say he ain't look 15.
He was definitely 18, but like I said, he was an athlete.
But it was Horn Island is where they said he was found.
Absolutely. I don't like it, man. Me personally, yo, I don't like it, man, because it reminds me of, remember this case with the girl, Tamala Horsford?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. You don't remember that story where they had a sleepover and she ended up dead at the house and nobody knew what happened and nobody got charged, no nothing.
Yeah. Okay, I remember hearing something about that.
But it reminded me of that story, man. But it's no such, I don't know, man. And I don't want to make it seem like, racial or nothing. I don't even want to get into that because people be saying I'm a racist, which I can't be. But I don't want to make it seem like nothing like that. I just want to say, man, it's a sad story, man. R.I.P. to him, condolences to the family. Like, I said my sincerest condolences to the family, man. And this picture was taken with him. I don't know if it was right before the incident, but this was the day of the incident. I don't know, man. And that was on July 4th.
It's definitely sad. I swear. It just makes me nervous because I have these conversations with my son all the time, And I get it. We don't want to call things racial. We don't want to say, it's because you are, black or whatever. But at some point in time, we got to call a spade, right? And it ain't that necessarily they don't like you because you're black, or maybe someone doesn't like you because you're black, but it is probably an aspect where they don't have as much care about what happens to you at the hands of someone else that's white. You know what I mean? Like they won't defend you a lot of times if somebody white is attacking you. And I think that is where a lot of conversations need to be had.
It just seemed fishy, right? Because when you get questioned, right, and your so-called friends saying, we don't know what happened, we don't remember.
Right.
You don't remember? Y'all came together. What you don't remember? Y'all don't remember when he separated from y'all? Y'all don't remember what? What don't y'all remember? But the case previously that I was talking about is 40-year-old Tamala Horsford passed on November 4th, 2018 after attending a football mom sleepover at a home in Cumming, Georgia. She was the only black woman among roughly 10 attendees and was found in the backyard the next morning with severe injuries to her head, neck, and torso. The Forsyth County Sheriff's Office initially ruled it an accidental fall, and after public pressure forced the case to reopen in 2020, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation ultimately closed it again in 2021 without filing charges against anyone. Nearly 8 years later, the case of 18-year-old Nolan Wells is drawing comparisons online for a similar pattern. Wells, a black teenager and college football player, disappeared on July 4th after a boat trip to Horn Island, Mississippi, with a group of friends who appear to be mostly white, and photos from the island. As with Horsford, investigators have described the circumstances leading up to his disappearance as unclear, and the people who were with him have not offered a detailed public account of what happened in the hours before he went missing. A body has since been found on the island, which we now know is him. The parallel people are drawn is simple. A person is surrounded by a peer group, a night that ends in tragedy, and an investigation that leaves the public with more questions than answers. Horsford case became a symbol of how differently these situations can be treated depending on who is involved. And many are now watching the Wells case, wondering whether it will follow the same trajectory or produce the accountability Horsford family never got. Like, I just love you too, Mr. Gentleman. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, man, never sat right with me, Jason. I promise you, man, that case was just always, I'm like, yo, ain't nothing gonna happen? So she just died and nothing, we ain't gonna find out nothing. You just close the case. How you close a case? An accidental fall. They said bruises, not a bruise. On her head, neck, and torso. You don't fall and get these type of injuries. Where she fell out the tree? Off the top of the house? How she fell? And it's like, yo, nobody, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I can tell you what. Fed up. Tell you that, but man, I'm tired of this stupid stuff, yo. Like, this just be too much, man. And every other day, it's something different, man. We got another story out of Georgia, man. Got another story out of Georgia, man. 2 Georgia teens who reported missing on June 30th have been found deceased on the side of a highway. Kavion James, 19, and Joquavius Jones, 17, are the 2 Georgia teens whose deaths are currently being investigated by the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. Here's what's publicly known so far. On June 30th, 2026, a family member reported one of the teens missing to the Webster County Sheriff's Office. During the search, deputies discovered both teens deceased in a wooded area near the intersection of Twin Towers Road and Johnson Road in Webster County. Their bodies were sent to the GBI Medical Examiner's Office for autopsy. Authorities have not publicly released their causes of death or how they died. Investigators have said the case is active and ongoing, and after the investigation is complete, it will be turned over to the local district attorney for review. At this time, authorities have not announced any suspects, arrests, or motive, and they have not confirmed whether the deaths are being investigated as homicides or under another manner of death. The investigation remains open. I mean, maybe they thought they got hit by a car. I don't know, but they be taking too long for me, man. I don't know if it's a homicide or not. You could determine that soon as you see the body. You can tell if somebody got hit. You can tell if it's somebody if somebody got killed. Like, what is the problem here?
Don't want to get people riled up.
Man, I be on the edge of my seat, man. I be telling you, man.
But that's the thing, though, right? It seems like these stories, we hear it. And then, this investigation, and all of a sudden is nothing to be heard, nothing to be found. What the results are, unless somebody's really pushing the issue.
Yeah, man. And the crazy part of it, I wasn't even gonna put it up. I'm like, man, I'd be tired of putting this stuff up. I'm gonna put the Nolan Wells thing up because it's like high profile, everybody talking about it. And I'm like, man, I gotta put this up too because they ain't found nobody, and they talk about they don't know whether it's a homicide or not. How you don't know whether it's a homicide, man? Well, like, come on, man. But I tell you what, man.
It's too much going on.
It's too much going on, and being that I'm gonna bring something up, like the girl said. I'm saying the same thing. She's saying the same thing. We all saying the same thing about Nolan, man.
First thing I'm going to say is I would never leave without the full head count of my friends. That is rule number 1. We don't get off no damn island. We don't get onto no boat. We don't do nothing until we have every last person that we came with all in one place. You mean to tell me that no one took account for Nolan Xavier Wells before y'all got back on that boat to go back to the main island? Something's not adding up. 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells was last seen on July 4th with his friends on Horn Island outside of Jackson, Mississippi. He was last seen in blue shorts, sunglasses, and that's it. Nolan's parents are looking for him nonstop. They just want to find their son. Now, the U.S. Coast Guard and the Cajun Navy are looking for Nolan. The Cajun Navy commander said that he was last seen with a teen before he disappeared. They found his phone, but they did not find him. And if this is his friend group, I'm not going to lie. I don't have that much faith in finding this boy alive. Because like I said before, there's no way in hell I would hop on a boat to go home and not all of my friends are accounted for. Y'all didn't give a fuck about him whatsoever. And there's somebody out there that was part of that friend group that knows what the fuck happened. But everybody's locking the fuck up. Now, I'm trying to keep the faith that this boy's just sitting there lost on this island and, you know, he fell asleep or some shit. But 9 times out of 10, we already know how this shit goes, especially with a friend group like that. My prayers go out to Nolan's mother and father and his family and friends. I hope I come with a better update.
It's crazy because I see Lil Mo actually tweet something and she was saying that she kind of figured out how the outcome was, you know, was going to turn out. She was just hoping like no organs was missing or no crazy shit. She was like, it's just crazy that anytime it's a situation like this, or you know, black kid going out with the white kids and something happens, nobody know what happened. And I'm like, yo, this just like a regular occurrence. I don't know where Horn Island is or what type of town it is or who has local jurisdiction over that island or whatever the case may be, or how they play in certain courts. But I tell you this, man, I don't think the outcome gonna be good. I think we're gonna find out some things, man. I mean, what could have possibly happened? No, hey, Jason, man, you saying everything I've been thinking in my head, like that's law, bro. That we come together, we leave together, yo. And not to bring up my brother's situation again, right? My brother Vito, man, who passed away. We went to the club, yo, and they was in the car, and Vito was screaming out the car to us, talking about, yo, we going to McDonald's, but they left before us. And in the matter of that time of them leaving, the time of them leaving and getting to the McDonald's, I'm getting a chirp over the phone. This when the chirps was out. I'm getting a chirp. Yo, everybody was getting the chirps, though. The shit was going on. Yo, Vito got hit. I guess nigga trying to hit everybody. But if we'd have left together, it would have been a different outcome. I'm like, that shit would have been a totally different. And I think about that shit a lot, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? I tell my niggas, watch what they say. When we move as a unit. Certain shit is supposed to be law, man. Like, I just don't like this situation at all, man. I don't like how it played out. And obviously, she didn't get the news yet. And actually, I had that up for a while. But she didn't get the news yet. And I don't like it, man. What's
I'm
up,
just
Daniel?
saying like this. This is just, first of all, I had the bad feeling too when I saw it, you know, especially looking at the friend group. But then too, like everybody's saying, you don't leave. If y'all went to that island together, you don't leave without making sure your buddies are with you, right? You're going to be looking around like, yo, where's Nolan? Anybody seen Nolan? Because you're on an island. You know damn well you drove a boat over there. How he going to get back if he ain't on the boat, right? So all of them had to have known something was wrong. Every last one of them that got on that boat knew something was wrong, whether they knew what happened to him or not. They knew something was wrong and he was not getting on that boat. So they went ahead and left. Because you wouldn't leave. You would call somebody. You would say, hey, my buddy missing. Why are you still on the island? You wouldn't get on the boat and come back.
Be magic.
Not in a normal situation. And then
Hey, everything's still under investigation, right?
Listen, but
I
then I
mean,
looked up. Did you look at the island? It's
you
not
see
even.
how little it is? It's
It
little.
ain't even that. You could probably see him walking from one side to the other.
It's
So
no
there's
way
no
y'all
way
don't
they
know.
didn't know what happened to that boy.
Yeah, Fly. It's still under investigation. I mean, hopefully we're gonna hear something from the family. We're gonna hear something from the news tonight. We're gonna hear, I want to hear the kids get questioned. I want to know what happened. Now we hear these kids lawyered up and they got lawyers and all this shit. We know it's some foul play involved.
Yeah.
Right? Because if
They
you
knew he
lawyer
wasn't
up,
getting
that
on
means
that boat when they
you
left.
trying to hide something, and your lawyer is protecting your speech and what you're saying. So I just don't like it, man. I don't like it, and we need to. I don't know, man. We need to figure some shit out, yo.
It's
we need
crazy.
to figure something out.
It's absolutely crazy that this shit just keeps happening.
What's up, Teron?
But what's even more crazy is like, why the hell we keep putting ourselves in these situations though? Because like, dude, ain't you seen the climate? I mean, I hate to say it, but
too much tension in the air. And my thing is, I guess he old enough to not have to ask his parents, I'm going to the island, me and the guys, or whatever the case may be. But man, I need to let somebody know something. We need to we got to be, listen, man, I'm going to the island with XYZ, this one, ABCDE, this is who I'm going to the island with. That's who I'm going to be with. So if anything should happen, you know who I was with and you know who to approach and to question about anything. Like, we got to really stop.
No, because
like
I talked to the friends. I'm like, he leaving with you. He need to come back with you. You leave my baby, I got a problem with you. I'm coming to you now because you leaving with my baby. So, and I'm like, if y'all go on together, y'all need to come back together.
Period. It's just sad. The sad situation. Like I said, R.I.P. to Nolan Wells, man, who had looked like a bright future ahead of him, man, and definitely had all his life ahead of him, man. It's just sad, man. It's a sad situation, man. It's a sad situation. And R.I.P. to the other boys too, man. Let me get their names again. It's like, man, we just hearing these stories every day, and I'm just really like fed up to the max about it. Kavion James and Jaquavius Jones. R.I.P. to them as well. It's just, I don't know. It's just a sad day, man. Now let's talk about this goddamn 4th of July, man. Woo-wee. 4th of July was out of control, wasn't it?
All right, we've got some major breaking news this evening. You may have heard about the chaos in Glenwood South or what happened in Briar Creek last night. Well, tonight we have learned from Raleigh PD that all of these incidents, plus another incident that happened up on Capitol Boulevard, are all connected and are tied to what Raleigh police are calling teen takeovers. They say this is something that is happening all over the country, and we're talking about thousands of teenagers here. RPD says this started at Briar Creek. They say there was a shooting there. 2 people, both innocent bystanders, were injured there. There were 3,000 teenagers at that location. Those teens, many of them then moved on to Glenwood South. RPD says the crowd there even bigger. We're talking about 5,000 people. 6 people total were shot there. We also know there were fights. There was a lot of different chaos as well. RPD showed up. They were out there. This is video from today. But RPD, they made multiple arrests. We're talking about dozens of people, 50 charges filed there. But all of the shooters in these cases still on the run. Finally, RPD says there was yet another fight. This one happened off of Capitol Boulevard around 4:30 this morning. Multiple people shot there. Those folks also expected to be okay, and no arrests made of those shooters. Raleigh Police Chief Rico Boyce, he put out a statement tonight. He called this in part heartbreaking and unacceptable. Police, again, pleading for more information as well. They're still looking for all of the shooters involved here, and they're looking to bring more of the people, some of the thousands of people involved here, to justice.
What's up, Keith? Yo, you know what I said? Hey, Keith, it's crazy you say that, bro. On the 4th of July, brother, right? So much was going on that I said, yo, Raleigh's starting to turn up, man. They seem like they act like they missing out on the action like the rest of the country. Like, yo, we got to get involved. We got to get more active because niggas is getting active out here.
No, it's the implants. Let's not overlook the implants.
These ain't no implants.
Oh, they don't. It's the implant culture coming to Carolina.
If that's what you want to blame it on, we gonna go ahead and blame it on the implants. We gonna go ahead and blame it on the implants. But all I know,
them influences and all that culture bringing it down to Carolina. That's what that is.
All I know, it was a lot going on, and that's not the only place, man. You know, I'm reporting to you live from a lot of places, man. You know, Chicago always off the hook. Y'all know how it's going down. But let me give y'all some of the rest of the stuff that's been going on, man. There's some of the team takeover stuff.
That look like Glenwood on a normal day,
Yeah, but it's turned up. They super duper active. I say, yo, they are out here. Yo, first of all, the park I went to, Fly, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I couldn't move. I couldn't find no.
Bees. What's the name of that park, Bees?
I want to say Pix Park or something like that. Dick's Park.
Dick's.
Dorothea right? What, Bees?
Dorothea Dick's.
Yeah,
that's exactly where I went. Right? Couldn't find no parking nowhere, first of all. People all on the side of the road. Cars parked like all in the street. I'm trying to find park. Like, it was so hectic and crazy. I said, yo, anything could happen. You know, I had to have, Johnny Be Good on my side. But, I was just feeling like, yo, man, please, yo, don't let nobody act crazy, yo, because this shit is crazy. And there's a bunch of young people, and I was seeing a lot of couples, young couples, older couples, kids, and all that shit. And I said, yo, let it just be a easy night. And lo and behold, man, I'm scrolling through the phone. I'm hearing about the stuff going on Glenwood through the phone. I'm like, oh, my goodness. Briar Creek. I'm hearing about Briar Creek. It's on fire, and it's a shooting. I said, yo, what's going on, man? What's going on? It's just too much, man. Too much.
I had this. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because it ain't gonna be no sound, LB. So you could take yourself off mute.
No, well, I was having this chat back and forth with somebody today because I get the fact that teen takeover is a thing, right? But I also said, don't let these people make y'all think that this shit is bigger than what it is, because they are super exaggerating a lot of stuff. First of all, I read that article and heard the news story. How the hell do you know it was 3,000 damn teenagers? Where you get that number from?
You know they be making stuff up.
Where you get that number from? 3,000 teenagers? Yeah, they may have been at the event, but you didn't see a whole group of 3,000 teens running around fighting each other. You didn't see that.
No, you ain't see that.
So I'm saying they're over-exaggerating stuff to make it a problem. Don't forget the climate that we're in right now.
I was about to say, as long as
exaggerated, everything is going to be like, oh, it's a big issue. Oh, we got more police on the street.
But I was about to say,
presence. Oh, we need ICE to come and take over. Don't let them fool y'all to think this shit. You got to think some of this stuff through.
I was about to say that, LBs, and I'm glad you brought it up. I was about to say, don't be confused.
Conversation.
This is how the police get extra activated.
They activated. It's summertime. You know they're gonna find any excuse right now to implement martial law that this Trump administration wants. They're gonna find any excuse, and they're using this teen takeover. It might have happened in one of two places, but now they're applying it to everywhere violence is. We know in Raleigh. Come on now. Over the years, it's whenever something going down, we always have had something happen. It ain't nothing new, people. It ain't nothing new. It's the fact that this is the climate that we're in right now. It's going to be put right dead smack in front of your face. Oh, look what's happening over here. This is why we need ICE on the street. Look what's happening over here. This is why we need to call in National Guard.
Yeah.
We've always had. It's been shootings and stabbings on Glenwood shit for years.
See, like every day.
For years. For years. Now all of a sudden it's a teen takeover, or the teens are out of control. First of all, how many teens you ever go to? I've been to Glenwood plenty of times. Ain't shit for teens to do other than what? Walk up and down the damn street. Can't go in no clubs, so that's all that's on down there. Like, what are you doing?
That's a fact, man.
I'm gonna keep it
like,
real,
man. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna destruct.
I
They,
really
you know what
think
I'm saying? They ain't even gonna go down there because it ain't shit for them to do.
It's 2,000 cops on every corner.
Every corner,
And
it ain't gonna
shooting out
happen.
every other weekend.
and
It
I
ain't gonna happen.
I really think they want to initiate the stop and frisk everywhere in America, man.
Yeah,
Where
they
they could
started.
just stop and frisk you and fuck with you for no apparent reason and shit. And I
this is
think
giving-
this is why this is the main
This is
news
giving
all
it-
over the
because
country.
what the MAGA people sitting there saying? Oh, they got teen takeovers. Yes, yeah, you should do that. You should do that. Put that in place. Yep, keep us safe. Put that in place.
And they've been trying to do that for a minute, man.
Yeah.
And they've been trying to do that for a minute, man. I just think that man. Man, you know, Fly, we talked about it before, man, what they want to do with the parents for the teens, you know. They want to get parents up to 6 months if these kids out here acting crazy and doing certain things. And man, I don't know what we have to do. I don't know what the parents have to do with the kids that's out of control, or if you don't have no control over them. But
I mean, and then what's gonna happen is everybody probably get in line for a minute, right? Then it's gonna be another issue coming up to say there's a bigger problem. There's a problem somewhere else. Like, it's gonna be a never-ending cycle that something's gonna be made up and exaggerated to back these claims that everything is just so out of control.
I could tell you what, that once the president talks about it, once Donald Gump talks about it,
oh, y'all racist.
Once he talk about it, y'all know it's gonna be something else coming behind it. So just be prepared for whatever it is. But it's a lot. I'm not gonna say it ain't no violence, man, because the violence is definitely happening, and it's happening at a rate where it's eye opening. And even though, you know, like we say, violence been happening since the inception of America, man. Like, violence has been happening. But now that it's in our face.
Because I'm just saying, like, I ain't seen nothing different this year that I haven't seen last year. It would have had somebody down Glenwood stabbing people as he was walking down the street. Like, that happened. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happened. People got shot on Glenwood last year. And the year before that. People get shot downtown. You just had people get shot at the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, why now are you attaching this to a teen takeover to make it a bigger issue? That's all I'm saying. We got to look past some things. We got to start not looking past, but start evaluating things a little bit more closely, because we got to understand what this country trying to do.
You know, when you think about it and you say it like that, LBs, it makes me think, right, that we know that the younger generation out there wilding, right? Because we talk about it all the time, right? So they want to make it be a teen takeover, so they have a right to fuck with the teens whenever they feel like. Like, these kids are the ones out here acting up. Because I seen a politician say, the younger generation of blacks, literally, she said it just like this, the younger generations of blacks is the ones we're going to have a problem with. We have to watch them. We have to get on top of them. And I gotta find that video with her saying that, because she said that on national air. And I said, yo, she directed that straight at our kids and the younger generation. And it's like, all kids ain't bad kids, man. Like,
but what I take from that, and I'm just gonna include the whole generation, blacks, you know, every race, right? And it ain't specific, but I do think that this last generation here, these last couple of generations, they don't care about this authoritarian types. Like, they don't give a shit. Like, they are hell bent on me living my life, doing what I want to do, and I don't care what you think about it. So that mindset, that mentality is harder to control. It's harder for you to tell this kid, you know, sit down, do what I tell you to do, and that's it. They ain't hearing that. It's like, yo, why? I ain't got to do that. I'm out here doing what I want to do, and they're gonna go do it. They're a lot bolder than we used to be. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's the reason why. It's not so much, you know, that, you know, they think that they're bad. I think it's just they can't control as much as they think they want to control, or how we need to stay controlled in order to keep this world going the way they need it to go, in order for the top elites to have the life that they want.
Right. Hey, Ronnie Newman, man. Hey, Ronnie Newman, Where you from, man? That wasn't actually in Raleigh, but I'm gonna give you a little something else, man. It ain't just in Raleigh; it's everywhere, man. Where are you from, young fella? Because I see you saying you're 22 and you saying, "Are y'all racist?" Ronnie Newman, do you have any power? Do you know any blacks that really have any power? Because if you don't, or if you do, then they may be racist. But we don't have no power. We not racist, man. We may have a little. Well, me, I know I got a little bigotry in me, but I am not a racist, young fella. But check it out, though.
In the past 24 hours on 4th of July, there were 8 mass shootings in the United States of America. Dozens of people have been injured. Multiple people have been killed. You may not hear about all of these on the news because it's been so normalized, but I want to run through them with you because we can't normalize it. In Dayton, Ohio, 4 people were injured. In Centerville, Mississippi, 2 people were killed. 7 people were injured. In Brooklyn, New York, 8 people were injured, including 4 children. On Hilton Head, South Carolina, 7 people were injured. In San Antonio, Texas, 1 person was killed, 4 people were injured. In Radcliffe, Kentucky, 1 person was killed, 3 people were injured. In Pensacola, Florida, 1 person was killed, 5 people were injured. And in Chicago, Illinois, 7 people were injured. In total, in the past 24 hours due to gun violence and mass shooting events, 11 people were killed, 45 people were injured. That doesn't include everyday gun violence between 2 people, for example. This is just mass shooting and it's from the Gun Violence Archive. Spread the word to not normalize this. I'll have more updates for you soon. Follow along for all the news you need to know.
Hey, Ronnie, I see you say you're in Louisville. They definitely had, in Radcliffe, Kentucky, they definitely had a mass shooting. So the younger generation is definitely out there out of control, man. The younger generation, the guys in between your age, yeah, and a little younger than that, man. A little younger than that and a little older. Not saying they destroying everything, man, but, you know, y'all out there running amok. I could tell you that. Yeah, definitely out there running amok, young fella. I just think, and this is from Brooklyn. Let me give y'all some Brooklyn news.
It was crazy, and also with the July 4th traffic, the police couldn't get out. It was unbelievable. And now it's quiet, like nothing ever happened. If you go by there, you see bikes, you see children's toys. It's horrible to walk by there. This can't happen again. Coney Island has to step up. We're one of the best places here in New York. It was never like this. I grew up in Coney Island. We knew everybody. We knew everyone. We have to take charge.
Earlier this week, we had a confirmed gang-related homicide that occurred on the same block. We are looking into whether there is a nexus between the 2 incidents.
Yeah, and that's Brooklyn, man. You see 8 wounded. 4 of those out of the 8 were children. So, you know, it's like they ain't got no picks. They ain't even thinking about who's out there. They don't care. Anybody can get it. That's the mentality they on. You know, these niggas use a name like Lil TJ, ABK, anybody killer. Like, I don't wonder, like, you see they little tags on Instagram and Facebook and all that, and no. TOS, terminate on site. Nah, we ain't, no. I don't want to be involved, man. You got too much going on, man. You live in this fantasy world, and you think it, and they headed up Schitt's Creek. I'm gonna tell you now, man, and they think it's gonna be peaches and cream where they going, man, but it's too much going on, man. And see, that's not a good thing, Ronnie Newman. See, I live in the hood every day. I live in the hood. I hear gunshots every day at night. I guess I'm just used to it. I mean, there ain't nothing to get used to, man. I mean, I guess I was used to it too, man. I was so used to it that I became a part of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that shit ain't what's up, man. Like, you know, I respect y'all all being soldiers, but y'all soldiers for the wrong cause, man. You know what I'm saying?
Give them a cause.
It's the wrong cause.
They give them a cause. Give them a cause.
That's what they need. I mean, it's for the wrong cause. It's not. I mean, we out there beefing over we're not even beefing over blocks no more. It's not even about blocks. It's about what somebody said or somebody messing with somebody girl or saying something to somebody girl. It's like that shit is like for the birds, bro.
Listen, I mean, we created this. We can't argue with that. We created this whole environment for these kids. First of all, they stuck in a system that they're not meant to be in, living somewhere they're not meant to live in a way that they're not meant to live. You know what I'm saying? Like they have nothing to do. You want them to sit in a mini-level prison for 8 hours a day. They can't talk. They can't express themselves. They can't have any type of freedom whatsoever. They go from class to class, sitting and ringing, listen to a bell. They go from another class and told to sit down and shut up and read this book. They don't want to do that. They have nowhere to go. You can't go to the park, or you're gonna get accosted by the police. You can't go to you have no place to go really to hang out. What are we giving them to do? They have nothing else to do. We sit them in front of a TV playing video games, and all the video games, the most interesting ones is the ones that you're shooting and killing and stealing and fighting. Teaching them how to do the shit. Get on YouTube. That's what you see all day.
They waiting on that GTA right now.
You ain't lying. They
listen to the music. That's all they talking about. What is it that we're giving these kids to do? We don't take them nowhere. They don't go on no trips. They don't see the world. They don't know what's out there. We ain't putting nothing good on TV. Everything on TV that we put in front of them, especially if you're talking about black culture, is all about somebody getting shot up in the street. Drug game.
Do you think that they should have in schools, they should have like not a new, well, like more like a new form of teaching, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like these teachers can't get to the children, man. And like I said, man, I had these problems. I'm not gonna lie, man. When I was younger, I had one teacher, that I didn't want to hear nothing she said. Really, I used to be like, she bored me to death. Every time I went to her class, I knew that I wanted to go to sleep. Like, I'm going to sleep when I get here, man. Every time I went to her class, and I ain't gonna say her name because I said last time that I used to always think she was racist. But I used to not want to I just didn't want to be in her class. Like, she was super boring, and she wasn't just boring to me. She was boring to a lot of people.
It's definitely, the school itself is boring in America. The indoctrinized way of teaching is only to facilitate workers. It's not meant to teach. It's only to show you how, well, it is meant to teach you how to fall in line. That's about it. It's not meant to, spark anyone's thought process, especially if you're talking about public school.
Right.
It's not meant for that.
What you were saying, Fly?
I was saying the DARE program. How useful was the DARE program back in the day?
It depends who was coming in to be the speaker.
Oh, to teach the class?
Their program. Like, if they was exciting and what they were saying was exciting and intriguing to kids, we would tune in. But, we used to have that like every year. So if they had to be somebody that we could kind of like almost relate to. Like, I be seeing some of these different teachers, like they show some of these teachers, they got some unique ways of teaching, where the whole class is involved and it's like a game almost, but they learning. And I'm like, I never had that when I was in school, man. We just had to sit there, obey, wait till lunchtime. And you're not lying about that being a medium form of like prison, LBZ. I'm not
It's a minimum level prison.
Because that's all it is. We sitting in there till it's time to go to recess, and we didn't have recess. We had lunch, and then that was it.
And you can't even talk to each other. The kids can't sit at lunch and have a conversation with other kids. You got to keep it to a minimum. You got to sit where they tell you to sit. You can't even go visit your buddy and de-stress from the classes you done had half of the day.
Nope.
But you want the kids not to act out. They're stressed. School is a stressful situation when you're expected to memorize everything that you've been told that a grown-up had several years to learn. They want you to learn in a matter of a couple of days. That's stressful on the kids. Then we bank on them coming home to really learn during homework. They're stressed because their parents don't have time to help them with the homework. That's stress. Like, I don't understand why people don't see what's going on. Your kids are fucking stressed out. They don't have nothing to do. They have no outlets. Yes, they out here damn acting a fucking fool in the street. They have nothing to do.
And then when they when they get home, it's either they want to get on the game or they want to go right outside because
they're forced to get on the game. They're forced because you have nothing else to do. If you have a household where two parents are working, trying to provide a home, which we know it takes at least 2.5 people in a household working to even afford to live in the United States today. That's a statistical, live comfortably. That's statistically been proven. So if you're talking about you got parents working, you got kids going to school, they come home, parents are tired. They don't have time or the resources to expose you to the world. They probably don't have the patience to sit there and help you understand and help you read stuff outside of school. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dead end situation. They're going to put you in front of the TV, in front of a video game to occupy your time.
Yeah. Yeah, and now, even they even younger where they just putting the iPad in the kid hand.
6 months. They got a phone in their face. They got an iPhone looking at it, 6 months old, looking at the iPhone. What is the problem?
And know how to operate it and look stuff up and all that stuff. And
I'm not against knowing technology, but good.
Yeah, I'm not against that either. But when you got the freedom to
and God forbid you want to do something, how the average person can afford to do it with a family. Like we're creating an environment where, yes, they're going to get tired of this shit and they're going to buck the system. It's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect nothing else.
They bucking it. And I want to say to the young brother on here, man, we need y'all, man. The young brother, Ronnie Newman, man, we need y'all, man. We need our young soldiers, man. We don't need y'all out here dying and doing on disability for 22 years, saving $1,000 a month in investing. That's good for you, Nick, man.
I'm glad you're investing.
That's good for you, man.
I wish I could get on disability and have money to invest.
I want to ask y'all, though, LBs and Flop, do you think that in the household, a lot of the rules have been removed from the household? Like, just be rules. Like, I had to wash dishes and had to make sure, like I told y'all before, I was living in a living room for real, sleeping on floors and stuff, but making sure it had to be straightened up before you go out, certain things. Like, do you think that type of stuff has been removed where it's
absolutely. Yeah, you got to realize, man, the way everybody's working in the household besides the kids. So the kids is always home a lot by themselves. They kind of raising themselves for real, bro. You think about it, when you really think about when they get to a certain age and they able to stay home alone, parents letting them kids stay home. We got to go pay bills. We got to go out. Everybody got to work. Shit different. You know what I mean? Grandma not around. You used to have grandma. She not there no more. It's different, bro. It ain't like how it used to be back in the day, eh?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It don't seem like it's really like back in the day where like, even though like I entered and ventured into the streets, right? I knew right from wrong, right? So when I was doing wrong, I was trying to make shit right. That was the only reason that I had to really justify anything that I was doing wrong, because I knew right from wrong. And it's like today, these kids don't even be knowing if they fucking doing wrong shit. Like, do you know what you're doing, bro? Do you know you on social media flashing with guns and shit, and extended clips and switches? Do you know what you're doing?
The 70s and 80s started messing everything up. I'm sorry, we're putting the blame there because, well, I put the blame there because we started coming out. We started coming out of an era, right, where there were morals, there were values, and like I said, there were a set of rules.
We know, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? But then
we had to live in that thing full throttle. That thing was the worst shit ever.
Right. Then those kids grew up. Oh, I want my kids not to have to do what I did. Right. So I want my kids to be able to do. So they laxed a lot.
We those parents.
Morals, when it came to values. Right. I'm putting the blame there. Like, because we don't raise our kids the way we were raised. Am I wrong?
You listen, you were absolutely right. Because I remember.
Right, so it's been watered down every generation over. They do the same thing. They water it down even more. So we're gonna keep saying that.
Hey, you're not lying, LBs, right? Because I used to want to be fresh going to school. right? And if I had a fucking fucked up pair of sneakers, I couldn't be fresh. I couldn't get jiggy in that, right? But if my grades wasn't right, my grandmother wasn't going to get no sneakers and
Right.
get me fresh and all that other shit. No, your grades ain't right. You don't deserve nothing. You know that type of stuff, right? So it went from, and this is a crazy thought, and I don't want nobody else to think about this. My uncle had a safe at my grandmother's crib. I broke into motherfucker, right? I stole thousands of dollars as a young nigga, right? And I bought myself a bunch of sneakers, sweatsuits, and all this stuff, right? But before I even did that, I used to steal his kicks, right? Because this nigga was like this guy that had a whole bedroom full of kicks, closet full of kicks. I'm talking about this nigga had hundreds and hundreds of pairs of kicks, and we just so happened to wear the same size. So I used to put his sneakers in a bag, wear sneakers, everybody thinking I'm the man, right? And my point is that we had to work for the shit that we got. Now these kids could just say, I need some sneakers, and you look at their sneakers and ain't nothing wrong. What the fuck you need some sneakers for? I need a pair for basketball. I need a pair for football. I need two pair to be fresh in. Come on.
Hey, I got a goddamn sports authority over this goddamn place, bro.
What we do? Take our little happy asses on over to Dick's, on over to Foot Locker.
Hey, Bees, if you knew what I had to do to get the stuff that my kids wear now, it doesn't even make any sense what I had to do to go get it. I used to go on T. What go on T mean, Scott E?
He used to go sell candy and get on the train and go over New York or go to Connecticut. Or
we used to have to hustle at a young age to get money to really go get this type of stuff. It wasn't no getting it from your parents.
Nope. And then you come in with money. Where you get that money from? Oh, I went on T. You went on T, and then your parents find out this illegal. You ain't do it like you.
I don't have to train on what.
These ain't no legit papers that you got signed from nobody saying you need to go sell some candy for some fundraiser. And they used to do it all the time, and they used to come up off it. I ain't gonna lie, I used to be a whole team of them, a whole crew of them. But
it was hard, and I swear I only got, because we were in the South, so I didn't just say we were rural South. So I only got new clothes and shoes. What I know now to be tax time every year. I didn't get no new clothes going back to school. I only got them when tax time came around. I know, what I'm saying? Now I know my mama got her tax refund, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't get any new clothes. I used to have to wear my brother's hand-me-downs, right? His sneakers, his clothes. I used to have to wear that stuff I got from my aunts or older cousins. You know what I mean? Like now, shit, my kids ain't had to wear nobody else's nothing. And when they get tired of looking at it, they get clothes.
And being that we talk about this conversation right now, right? And we talk about this situation. You were just telling me and Fly the other day how your son was, right? How he was out there looking for a lawn. And I said, you got to respect the kid with hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put that burden on my mother. I'm not trying to like do certain things. I'm trying to get my own money, right? You got to respect it. And I see Keith saying, does their lack of hustle affect them in the long run? Will they be able to survive as things get more expensive? And I think that's a lot of the stuff that we seeing going on. They don't really know how to survive out here, right? Yeah. They don't know how to survive out here, and they doing things out of stupidity, right? They doing things out of stupidity, man. Like most of the things we hear, it was over a girl. Oh, nigga, it's a million girls out here. What is on your biscuit? You gonna do this?
I tell I thank you for saying that, because one of the things I do with my kids, I've always been open and honest with them, right? So even though, I'll go and do my last, I'll go make a little quick, whatever to get them what they need. I always let them know that. I always let them know, what I'm saying? I don't have the money, right? This is what I got to pay. This is how I got to get this, but I'm going to go get this for you. So I think that kind of helped them understand, that, just asking and me being able to provide something was a little bit more than them just asking and getting. So I think that's why, they kind of more so. My oldest son, he definitely works. He don't ask for anything. And, my younger son, he trying to get into everything he can to make money on his own, even trying to scam. But we had to have that conversation too. But I think that helped them understand, what I'm saying? Money just don't grow on trees, and you just don't get it. Just begin it. Mommy doing it for you. So, I mean, having that conversation helps, because if you just providing for your kids, they do think, hell, shit, you just go out there and use your card. That's what they used to tell me. Just use your card. They don't know what goes into putting the money on their card, right?
Yeah, and the bills you have to pay every month.
We ain't
on
having
that
those
card.
real conversation with these kids. Yo, it's hard out here. I got to go work. I used to even break it down. I was like, baby, I make $7.50 an hour. I said, you know how many hours it takes for me to buy these shoes at $200 for you?
Huh.
Think about that.
Right, man.
Add that up. I said, then I got to pay this. I got to pay that. I got to pay rent. I got to pay light bill. And I show them the bills. I'll be like, look, this is what I got to pay when I go to work, when I get my check. Like, I look at my closet. I ain't got nothing in there that I done bought.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, you know, my message to the young fellas and young ladies, man.
Child Rakiv,
y'all got a whole, you know what it be seeming like to them, and this is why I want to get this message to them, man. Y'all got a long life ahead of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all little struggles that y'all going through now, that shit don't last forever.
Definitely
you know what I'm saying? Like y'all got to give yourselves a chance, man. And a lot of times we don't give ourselves a chance, man. Like I said, I was in y'all shoes, man. I played the game. I was in y'all shoes, and you know, I went and did see the jobs. That's the job school give you. You go through the school when you first could work. I did them little jobs, and I used to see my friends with chini suits and gold chains. I'm like, shit, man, hold up, man. I got to figure this out. And, you know, lo and behold, I took my ass to the streets, but that shit don't last, man.
But when you know the hardship, right?
Yeah.
That helps you understand the value. The problem is these kids don't understand hardship.
They don't.
We're taking that from them by providing them everything. We're taking that experience from them,
so
and
you
it is a disservice to them.
So do you think we need to be more hard?
We have to be, or they will not survive. We have to be. I learned this a few years ago because I kept saying my oldest son didn't have common sense. I was like, boy, you have no common sense. You're gonna die. Like if the apocalypse hit today, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna die.
You'll be lost out here, yeah.
You're gonna be lost. You're gonna be the first one get ate up by the daggone Walking Dead. But I had to learn then to start putting them in real life situations, like really. And I sit back and I'm not helping. I'll guide you. I'll answer questions, but I'm not helping. You got to figure that out. We got to start doing that as teaching them. We can't rely on school to teach kids what they need to know to survive and to live as a human in this country, especially, but even in the world. We got to do that on our own. We can't leave it up to somebody else. Because it's a lot of stuff being left out. Like today, if you go to the grocery store, I'm giving you a list. I'm not telling you what to get specifically. You lived in this house with me all your life. So you've seen the stuff that I get. I need you to put 2 and 2 together and figure it out. Don't come here with no brand you never seen in my house before. You know what I'm saying? Just little stuff like that. We got to start teaching kids to be independent, to be self-reliant. What would you do in this situation? If this car ran off the road right now, what would you do? If all the lights went out on this side of town right here, right now, what would you do? What's your first thing? Those are the questions I ask my kids because I want them to start thinking, you know, and I want to know that they can survive without me. I want to be able to be secure that one day when I close my eyes, that they can survive on this earth without me. That'll give me more peace than anything else. Oh, did he pop out? Where'd he go?
I don't know what he just went.
Well, he must have failed, but yeah, I mean, it's like, and I see so many kids, and like you said, Aaron, if your kids is ungrateful, it ain't nobody's fault but ours. We teaching them that.
That's fact.
You know what I'm saying? We're teaching them that. They don't know no better. They don't know what it means to be ungrateful and not appreciate it. We are teaching them to do that. We're teaching them that behavior. We're saying it's okay for you not to have something and be mad about it. Because as soon as they get mad about it, what we do? Pacify them. Try to figure out what's going to make them feel better and go get the item, whatever it is that they want.
Yeah, we wildin' bees. You're right.
I can't see it no other way. And we got to get out of that train because if not, they are not going to be able to survive. They are not going to be able to take care of themselves. They are not going to be able to handle the hardships that come when they get older. And ain't nobody going to buy them $200, $300 pair of shoes. They're going to have to do it themselves. And who they going to blame? They're going to have a tantrum, want to commit suicide, want to have go out and hurt somebody or go steal it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We got to prepare them for those emotional breakdowns that they may face at the hands of not having the means to do something.
I agree, B. It's on us. We too soft, man. This is the soft era of parents.
Soft ain't even the word. Where we got kids
But it's
running
all
the
for the
household
reason that you said. For the reason that you specifically said.
because we didn't have.
Because we didn't have.
We had, you know what I'm saying? I had to grow up with
now we're going hard to go out our way
to
ensure that our kids don't go through what we went through.
Yep. I say it all the time, even in sports. I was saying to my son the other day, I was like, y'all have no idea what it feels like to go up to that board after tryouts and not see your name listed.
Facts.
Like, you don't know what that shit feel like. To not make the team. That was like the worst when I used to be, trying to play sports. That anxiety, because it was like, it was not everybody participate in, everybody get a trophy thing. No, you got one MVP. You got one most improved.
Yeah.
We got, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody go out here and get a whole team trophy. No.
Hey, yo, me and Fly was gonna do it when we went to the championship. I said, man, we're gonna get everybody a trophy.
Yeah,
we was gonna do it. Yo,
I
is it raining where y'all at?
A daggone team and didn't make it. I was like, y'all don't even know what that feels like.
Is it raining where y'all at? Because it's storming out here, man, and I just had a blackout, man.
Oh, man.
That's what just happened. Excuse me, y'all. Forgive me.
Nah, not yet. It's getting dark, though.
Man, it's pitch black over here.
Oh, man.
And it just got crazy, so forgive me. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, you heard LB. She thinks Jason said it's raining crazy at my crib over here too, Jason. It's terrible.
Oh, man. Well, we need the rain, so don't complain too much, y'all.
Nah, it's definitely on it's on humid street out there, so we definitely need some rain for real.
Well, we still in drought status, so we need the rain.
Yeah. Like I said, man, before though, man, with these kids, man, we definitely need these kids to learn how to be independent. We want you to learn that. We don't want you to learn how to be a full-fledged knucklehead, acting like you got no sense. So, you know what I'm saying, man? I agree with LBZ. I think we need to be harder on the kids, man. Stop handing them everything.
Exactly. Teaching them
know what I'm saying? Stop handing them everything and make them work for some of that shit that they want. You understand what I'm saying? Because my grandmother used to say shit like, you got everything you need.
Exactly.
That's a want. That's a want. Yeah. You want that. But everything that you need, you have. And I used to have to take that.
That's exactly.
I used to have to take that on the chin, man, and be like, all right, I get it.
That's exactly why I stopped giving my kids money for good grades. First of all, that's the least you can do.
That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. I ain't rewarding you for something you're supposed to do. You're supposed to clean your room. You're supposed to clean your bathroom.
Bees, we come from the baby era. They had that was a reward when you got an A. An A was something special.
For us, yeah, it was something special. You got an A. You got an A in gym. You got an A in gym. Everything else looking crazy, but you did something. Like, come on, man. But, like I said, man, we got to tighten up, man. We got to tighten up. Our community's got to tighten up, period, man. And we're going to get on this Young Miami thing, and that's going to be the last thing we talk about. Because, I ain't changed my thoughts, but we're going to get on it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, we got to do better, man, especially for these kids, because, like I said, I be saying this shit all the time, man. We're going to have damn near a whole generation extinct if we don't get a grip of this shit, because it's not just the young guys dying. The girls out here dying, too. I never seen girls dying at this rate that they're dying. And I'm like, damn, she young as hell. What? Damn. Like all these young girls dying. Like, So we got to do better, man. We got to tighten
good,
up.
Aaron. That's good. I love it when the kids learn how to do things for themselves. Because when mine learned how to use that air fryer, baby, we bought everything. Go on, pop it in the air fryer, baby. Yes.
Come on, Keith. You know how long it took me to get a Nintendo, man? Come on, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
I ain't never had nothing. Nothing. Not a game system or nothing. Never.
We ain't have a game system either. It took me so long to get a Nintendo, like, you know what I'm saying, to get all that type of stuff to where I had a game. And I'm like, I got games and stuff here now that I don't play because I wasn't used to playing games like that. I wasn't like the game kid because I ain't have them like that. You know what I mean? If I had the Nintendo, I had one cartridge. You know what I'm saying? I had to ask my boy, let me borrow yours. What you got? I ain't got nothing. Like, come on, man. I ain't got nothing to give you. Niggas, they want to share. Nah, man, you ain't got nothing, man. I ain't letting it. What I'm going to play? Ah, man, forget it, man. You got 15 cartridges, man. Let me get something. You know what I'm saying? I got one cartridge. Duck Hunt and shit like that. Come on, man. That shit ain't, come on, man. That shit ain't working for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Duck Hunt.
Come on, man. Nigga, like, come on, man. Everybody got Duck Hunt. I thought that come with the game. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it ain't right, man. It ain't right, man. Hey, man, my people in New York, you know, we talked about this, man. We got more Legionnaires out there. Legionnaire's disease running around again. Man, this shit just blowing my shit, bro. I be talking about this, and I be like, how every year in New York, it's Legionnaire's disease popping up.
Legionnaire's disease.
Yeah, you know, that's the disease. They say come out the vents, so be in the vents. So, you know, people catching it, going to work, sitting at their job. Next thing you know, they got upper respiratory problems, and they in the hospital. You know, people die from this. So, you know, I wanted to make sure my people's out there. I say put the mask back on. I ain't gonna lie. I say put the mask goddamn back on because we don't know what's going on and what they got planned for us. The number of Legionnaire's disease cases in the outbreak on the Upper East Side has risen to 14 as local health officials are still racing to find the source. 14 people have been diagnosed with the potentially fatal pneumonia-like illness in the neighborhoods of Carnegie Hall and Yorkville as of Sunday. According to the New York City Health Department, the figure is a sevenfold increase from Thursday when the health department first announced 2 people had been diagnosed with Legionnaire's disease in the Manhattan neighborhoods. New Yorkers who have lived, worked, or visited the neighborhoods encompassing the zip codes of 10028, 10128, and 10075 since late June should contact a healthcare provider if they develop flu-like symptoms, including fever, cough, or difficulty breathing. If it is not treated in a timely manner, Legionnaire's disease can be fatal. The virus is not contagious, however, and can be treated with antibiotics, the department just said. So if anybody having them type of symptoms up top, up the way, man, get to your local physician and figure something out, man. Make sure you ain't got that Legionnaire's disease. I used to be saying, damn, in all the places they get Legionnaires, how we never caught that shit in jail? People catching that shit at their workplace. Going in these high-rise buildings thinking everything is everything and the vents is dirty or whatever they saying it is. It's coming from the vents and the HVAC system and all that. Man, whatever.
It depends on, you know, how the system is made. I believe like in prison, the prison ventilation, especially in the newer ones, are made with like a HEPA system.
Yeah.
Stuff from spreading.
Yeah. I say put your mask on until further notice, man. We ain't got time to be catching.
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with the mask, is it? That's well,
you gotta breathe. You gotta breathe that in. You gonna breathe Legionnaire's
keep it on in the house in the wet work. Is that what you?
I mean, it ain't gonna be at the house. All the times I heard about Legionnaire's bees, every time. I mean, it can happen in the house, but at all the times that I have ever heard of Legionnaire's, people getting it at the workplace, they getting it at the fucking hospital, they getting it at other places. I've never heard of people getting Legionnaire's in the crib. Right? And I haven't heard about this for a long time. Maybe 2011 was probably the first time I heard. I said, what the hell is Legionnaire's disease?
Yeah.
And then every year after that, it seemed like New York always getting these cases of Legionnaire's disease.
Wow.
So I don't know, man. I just tell people, man, hey, listen. Tighten up, man. Tighten up.
Everybody wear a mask. Go on, put the mask on. Get you, what is it, N95s?
Yeah, N95. Make sure you
stocked up.
Ain't nothing wrong with wearing a mask, man. We did it for a whole 2 years. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing a mask, man. We figured that out, man.
And I hated it.
And we
I
didn't
hated
even
it.
and we
I
didn't even
stayed
need to
at
have
home.
them and we didn't even need to have the mask on, but we still had it on. But hey, man, it is what it is. So, take the proper precautions, I say. Got some
The
more.
mask was ineffective, E.
Come on, man. Niggas was still masked
That
up catching
motherfucker
that
was still
shit and
getting
dying.
COVID
Come on,
left
man.
and right.
Come on, niggas was catching that shit dying, man. You
Motherfucker
had
said I
niggas,
caught COVID 3 times and I was wearing the mask.
hey, Fly, you had people without goddamn COVID and nothing talk about put lemon in the water, put orange pills, put onions, water, boil it, get you a towel, and just inhale the fumes, and niggas snot all on their nose on social media. I said, man, this is ridiculous. Come on, man, this is ridiculous. They got us out here looking goofy. They got us looking goofy on social media, man. But yo, check it out. We got some more news out of North Carolina. And I wanted Fly to see this, so I'm glad you're here, Fly. And I meant to tell you this story too, Fly. I ain't gonna say it. I've been approached by these guys at the gas station.
What?
Cartel niggas. Oh man, I never told you the story. I gotta tell you the story off air though. Yeah, man. How would you know? It's easy to pinpoint them, LBZ.
Well,
you just gotta know what you.
For me, I don't have a clue.
You got to know what you're looking for, and you got to know the language, they lingo, and what they talking and how they talking. Like, damn, how you able to do that? You must be somebody, you might be a small fry, but you part of something bigger. But yeah, they definitely approached me, but at a Sheets too, at all places, and they pulled up in a little Benz and pulled right next to me. I said, what the hell is going on? Nigga said, take my number. Nah, I'm good on that, brother. Taking no numbers.
Take my number, brother, man.
I'm like, no, we ain't doing that. I can't even read this. Maybe I can. Federal authorities said North Carolina home was being used as a weapons stash tied to suspected cartel firearms trafficking operation. According to investigators, ATF agents received information that a Mexican cartel source had a large cache of firearms stored in the state and was allegedly preparing to move those weapons into Mexico on behalf of the Sinaloa cartel. That's El Chapo. No. The residence was connected to Lincoln County, an area northwest of Charlotte, turning what looked like a quiet residential location into the center of a federal trafficking investigation. When agents moved in with a search warrant, authorities say they seized 140 firearms, including 250 caliber rifles and at least one machine gun. Investigators also recovered ammunition and evidence connected to the firearms and human trafficking. Federal officials said many of the weapons are believed to have been stolen, and the ATF is now testing the firearms through the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network to determine whether any of them are linked to crimes in the region. Officials describe the seizure as a major disruption of a dangerous trafficking pipeline, according to ATF special agents in charge, Alicia Jones. The weapons were allegedly intended to fuel more violence for a cartel if they had made it across the border. The investigation remains ongoing as authorities work to trace the firearms identify possible crime links and determine who else may have been involved in moving weapons from North Carolina towards cartel networks in Mexico. You know the thing. You know how the cartel move, and people be thinking the cartel move very smooth, right? I was locked up with this guy, and he was in my county, and I was surprised he was in the county, but he was coming to the feds after doing 20-something years and on his way to face crimes in the state. And he was pretty much taking all the charges, right? Because his job was to get caught with all the drugs that he got caught with so they could move a whole bunch more than what he got caught through the pipeline and get him into the country and shit. When he was telling the story, he was like, shit, I'm straight. He didn't care about being locked up. He like, my family straight. My girl got a house. She gets money every month. My kids is taken care of. He didn't care. They move a little different than what we may be thinking like they busted, they finished. Some of these niggas be like sacrificing themselves for their family to get straight, and they take these charges, and they might have got 150 guns there, but might have got 5,000 still in another house on the way to Mexico. I'm not trying to give up y'all secrets, cartel. I'm gonna pull back. I'm not trying to give up y'all secrets, but I heard, and he happened to be from New Orleans in Hudson County, and I'm like, what the fuck he doing in Hudson County? And all the niggas that sold drugs, and niggas that try to tap into him. What's up, man? What's your name? You got locked up with what? A whole 16. What? What you had in there? Thousands of what? Man, niggas is tapping in. He was like, yeah, that was his job though, to get caught. So he did certain shit to put the spotlight on him while the major shipment really got him. And I said, yo, they move a little different than the regular nigga. Other niggas would be like, yeah, man, such and such had me do it, and he not the main man, but the other one, he the main man. They start telling that nigga took his on the chin and had access to call his family whenever he wanted. He did whatever he wanted though. He was all right in there, man. One more story, man. We're gonna keep on with these stories before we get up out of here. Come on, Deacon. I know y'all saw this story, LBs. I know you and Fly done seen this story.
Yeah, I seen that.
The Deacon, what you did, Deacon? Deacon surprise. Matter of fact, he getting the El Goofy Award today. Because we're going to get into Trump tomorrow. We got to do Trump and them tomorrow and how they moved around and showed their ass for the 4th of July. We got to get on their ass tomorrow. But Chicago deacon accused of killing a strange wife, then taking their 5 children to church. What? Come on, the deacon ain't do that, man. Chicago, boy, I tell you, man, them niggas think murder, murder, murder. The deacons and everybody. Chicago church community is reeling after prosecutors accused Deacon Eddie Jenkins of killing his estranged wife, Kiara Jenkins, outside of her Woodlawn home before taking their 5 children to church. According to CBS News, Chicago, Eddie Jenkins, 45, was arrested in Douglas Park and charged with 1 count of first-degree murder in connection with the January 18th killing of Kiara Jenkins, 36, in the city's Woodlawn neighborhood. He was also charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of fleeing and attempting to elude a police officer and carrying a concealed firearm in a park facility. Kiara was shot near 64th Street and Drexel Avenue while she was reportedly headed to church in January. ABC 7 Chicago reported that the couple shared 5 children, ranging in age from a college freshman to a 10-year-old child, and that Eddie was ordered held pending trial after appearing in court on Wednesday, July 1st. Prosecutors allege Eddie drove to Kiara's home in the early morning hours of January 15th or 18th and shot her 7 times before returning home and taking their children to church. According to the outlet, friends became concerned because Kiara was usually at church early every Sunday morning, but Eddie arrived with the children without her. Kiara usually arrived at church around 5 a.m. What kind of church is this? He was arrived at church around 5 a.m. on Sundays to help prepare. Per CBS News Chicago, she had gone out with friends the night before and was dropped off at her Drexel Avenue home around 2 a.m. So she was going to make it to church in 3 hours. Prosecutors allege Eddie left his home shortly before 4 a.m., drove a white Buick Enclave to the area, parked about a block away, and walked towards back of Kiara's home. And we know what ended up happening. But yeah, that's a sad story as well, man. I don't know, man. We living in a very emotional time right now. Everybody is super duper emotional, and so much shit is happening, man. Deacon, you're gonna get everything they give to you, man. I hope I ain't gonna say hang your high, but I hope they teach you a valuable lesson, because what you are getting, if it's 15, 20, 30, 40, it is a life sentence, whether you know it or not, man. Whether you like it or not, my brother, I'm gonna tell you that, man.
So he showed them a screenshot of her dead body.
That don't even make no sense. He is out of pocket. My bad, y'all. My bad. Yeah, but Deacon tripping out, man. He acting like the YN.
Yes,
He acting like the YN. Deacon is off the chain, man. We got a Pooh Shiesty update, man, and they moving fast. Pooh Shiesty ass might be cooked, like I said on Friday.
Happening today, jury selection set to begin for rapper Pooh Shiesty, whose legal name is Lontrell Williams Jr. He, his father, rapper Big 30, and 6 other men are accused in this federal kidnapping and extortion case involving rapper Gucci Mane's record label. Prosecutors say the group carried out an armed takeover at a Dallas music studio back in January after a meeting tied to a recording contract. Court filings say prosecutors have video, cell phone data, and cooperating witnesses. The defendants have pleaded not guilty.
Oh, man. Think about this. Dirk been sitting in jail for 19 months. YMW Melly been sitting in jail how long? Pooh Shiesty been sitting in jail a couple months, and they already starting jury selection. So that lets you know everything you need to know. Pooh Shiesty ass might be cooked. Might really be cooked. What I think is going to end up happening, he's going to pump fake him like he going to trial, and he's going to end up copping out to something, man. Hopefully it ain't that bad, but 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be a dime or more. So, yeah, man. Yeah, Pooh. Yeah, Pooh. What else we got? We got Marcellus Wiley. Do you even know who that is, LB?
I don't have a clue.
Do you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Nah, they weren't interesting to me.
Well, Marcellus Wiley is an ex-football player.
No.
Fly, do you think Marcellus Wiley gonna be a Hall of Famer?
I don't know, Good question.
He put in some work.
He did.
He put in some work. Yeah, man. Well, he done got locked up on domestic battery charge in Florida, reportedly being held without bond.
This is alleged, right? Ain't no videos out, is it?
Ain't no videos like Tigger. But yeah, he being held without bond though, so that says a lot, man. Neighbors get into this. Former NFL player and sports commentator Marcellus Wiley was reportedly arrested in Florida on the 4th of July. All 4th of July, yeah, niggas. According to jail records, the 51-year-old was booked into the Orange County Jail on domestic battery charge and is currently being held without bond. Authorities have not released details about the alleged incident or identified the alleged victim. The arrest comes just weeks after Wiley made headlines over multiple sexual assault allegations brought by several women in civil filings. While Wiley has publicly denied those allegations, calling them false and claiming he has evidence to clear his name. Wiley played 10 seasons in the NFL, earning a Pro Bowl selection in 2001 before transitioning to sports media with ESPN and Fox Sports. And he a Crip.
10 years, 44 career.
Yeah, he probably ain't making it.
Yeah, that's nasty.
So with all them allegations, he wouldn't be making it no way, would he?
Yeah, he ain't making it, Keith. He ain't making it. But he, I ain't even alleged. He said that on his show, his little sports show that he got on his own. The neighborhood he from. He grew up Crip. I just hope, man, I don't know what's going on. So much domestic cases and all these other. He got all these domestic cases and I don't know, man. There's too much domestic cases going on, period, man. Niggas is putting hands on the women. Yeah, it's over.
Emotional men.
It's a lot of them. I'm not gonna lie to you, LBZ. They definitely out here, emotional and latching on to the women. Now I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all believe that Young Miami is destroying the hip hop culture or our culture, the black culture?
She's a product of the destruction.
Because I see you like a lot of stuff D1 be saying, and I want to say this to D1 real quick. And this is no shade, like you say, no disrespect, brother. No disrespect, brother. Like you say to everybody, no disrespect, brother. Right? So no disrespect.
You heard me?
You heard me. So I want to say this to D1. And this really no disrespect. I understand where you're coming from. I understand what you're trying to say. But what I also understand is that you want people to make music like you so you can have a place in today's hip hop. Like,
oh wow.
From the outside looking in.
I was gonna say, damn, that's the angle you went with.
Oh wow.
This is obvious.
No disrespect followed by disrespect.
He crazy.
I'm not crazy. If you're on the outside looking in and you're really paying attention, right? Who's not getting airplay? Niggas like D1, niggas like Bizzle, niggas like Lecrae. They not getting airplay, right? So of course you would take this stance, right? Because if everybody felt in your genre or did what you did, you would be the main nigga.
Wow.
Right? And I understand the message you pushing. You want to be the leader of the new school. I get it. Right? But from the outside looking in, you almost look like a hater.
Wow.
Right? You know, and he targets everybody. I'm not going to say he just got picked because he done talking about Wu-Tang. He done talking about NWA. He done talking about everybody. I follow him. I like D1. I understand where he coming from. But all music can't be like your music, bruh. Everybody, you haven't lived everybody's experience. You can't tell people what to talk about, right? What I will say, like I've been saying, is that what they're doing is not giving a lane to people like D1. Not giving a lane to people like India Irie, people like Jill Scott no more. You don't hear them on the radio no more. And I love India Irie. One of my favorite songs is The Truth. The Truth. I love India Irie. Let's get this shit correct. Right? I can't say that I love D1 because I haven't heard nothing that that I'm a big fan of. But what I'm saying is, music has always been a form of expression. It's just art, yo. It seems like everybody is jumping on and attacking this one person. And like I could go and like I said, I can't target or say nothing too bad about D1 because he goes at everybody, the old school, new school, everybody. Right? But when you got these females that's jumping on and just attacking Young Miami, I just don't think that that's the right thing to do. And I don't think that's the right approach. I think that I'm anti-establishment. I'm not anti-people. I'm anti-establishment. I understand what they're doing. And they want us to be like this. They want us to be like this. Oh, that music is terrible. Because that's all they pushing. So, of course, that's all we going to say. Right? Where's the Queen Latifahs? Where's the Moni Loves? Where's the MC Lights? Where are they? Not saying them specifically, but where are the artists that's like them? Why are they not getting airplay? Because the industry is choosing not to give them fucking an air shot or give them no play where people follow that music and be like, yeah, this is what I want to listen to. Nas said hip hop was dead years and years and years ago, and people said, "Yo, what are you talking about? They bombed. What you mean hip hop dead? This, that, and the third." You know, him and 21 Savage had some words, and then he eventually got 21 Savage on the song, right? Saying that it's different ways for people to express themselves, and people experiences. A lot of people are talking about their experiences, and what Young Miami did, in my opinion, is that she targeted what's the hustle now, right? If we're gonna talk about people's successes, Jay-Z was the biggest dope boy in hip hop history. He told niggas how to sell dope. Onyx told you how to throw your guns in the air and buck like you just don't care. Like, we could do this shit forever. But that doesn't define our fucking culture. And it's a bigger problem than just Young Miami. It's a biggest. It don't.
Doesn't it though? Think about it.
We're allowing. This is what I'm saying, LBs. We are allowing. Listen.
I hear you.
We are allowing these record labels to define our culture. Right? We don't own hip hop no more. We don't own hip hop no more. We're allowing the system to define our culture. But our culture is way more bigger than that. When you back in the day, we had
to the system. Yes.
When that's the only way people gonna make money. If you want to make money, you got to get in how you fit in.
There you go, and that is the hypocritical part of what D1 was saying, because by him coming out as him as an artist and being against a lot of this work that's being put out here and saying what he feels, he's being called a hater.
He's being called not just a hater, because he's actually being, you hear him saying, that he listened to murder music and he did all that shit too. He made certain songs too. But I understand that ever since you came into the game, you was a teacher. You was a teacher in the school system. Right? You had an image to maintain. Right? And that shit didn't get him any money. Right? Everybody's main reason for getting on, niggas ain't just trying to get on in the game and make no fucking money.
Wait a minute.
This shit is about money.
That artists that had college degrees, artists that were working as scientists, like what are you talking about?
Where's the money?
Goal wasn't just to make money.
Every artist I know.
Again,
every artist I know was to make money.
So it's just different things that motivated people to get into music.
If that's what you want to say, LBs, I'm talking about in the hip hop. And I'm saying in the hip hop game, all the artists that I know got in the game to make money from the inception of hip hop, from Sugar Hill Gang to every fucking body that you could name in rap got into rap to make money. Ain't nobody getting the rap just to be a fucking person standing on the sideline. Nobody. Everything that D1 is doing right now, going against and bucking the system, is to make money. Regardless of how we look at it. That's why he on all these interviews. He getting paid to do it.
That's not
this shit is all about. This shit is all about money. I don't have a problem with D1. Do your thing, young man. What I'm just trying to say is that his message is a good one, but you got to understand that when you was coming up, D1, it was more of a variety in hip hop. It was more of a variety in hip hop. You can't tell niggas in California how their culture is, how they came up, what to talk about it, fuck the police and all that. You can't tell them what their experiences was like and what to talk about. You talk about what you want, make a hit. I bet you he make a hit, he won't be talking that shit because he making some money. D1 ain't just come around, he been around. So I get it. So I get it. My point is that D1 message, I'm gonna say it again, is like almost like you a hater, dog. You've been in hip hop for years and years and years. You ain't made no money, yo. Right? Now, all of a sudden, since you ain't making no money, at a point in time, people get fed up with this shit. And you, Bizzle, and all these positive Christian rappers that got something to say, because I seen all of them. I'm tuned into all of them. Right? I'm a big fan of Lecrae and his awards that he won. Right? I see all their messages. Right? Everybody can't be you, yo. Everybody's not like you. And your experience is like everyone, yo. And when most people in raps, well, when I was coming up, was living like Locks, how they name is LOX, living off experience. And you can't tell people the best way to express themselves and to sell their art.
No, but I think you just said not too long ago that everybody is not going to rap about the same thing. There are different experiences you rap about it, but they don't have a choice now. So I don't understand where the problem is at what he's saying, because that's exactly what he's saying. Right now, there's no choice out there because people want to hear.
But that's not all
he's shoot it up, do drugs, popping in the strip club. This is what people want to hear, and people and the rappers are giving it to them.
But all right, so let me say this:
influencing them and making everything look cool.
All right, so let me say this:
when we know it's not, and it is causing issues in our community, we keep going back to the same thing.
So let me say this: I'm gonna go back to what I've been saying since Friday. That your target is the wrong target.
In your opinion?
It's not. I mean, in my opinion, but I'm telling the truth, right? And I wish I could have this conversation with him.
Yeah.
Right? Because what I'm saying is the truth. It's the establishment. It's not the artist.
It's the artist.
That's because you want the artist to rap about what you want the artist to rap about, and that's never gonna happen.
And that's not.
That's why he's always listen. This is why he's always going to have flack.
I just said
because you cannot tell people what to speak about.
Being more responsible about what you're putting out, the work of art that you're putting out, is what we're asking. Being more responsible about what you're putting out, because you are of an influence. You are, in some of these young people's eyes, a role model. Being more,
when we talk about
acknowledge that you are in that position.
Don't have your kids listen to Young Miami.
There you go. And like I said,
don't have your kids listen to.
That's the problem.
Don't have your kids listen to anything you think is detrimental. That's not the artist's fault.
That is exactly what the problem is. We are not taking ownership as the people, and what the kids are being exposed to.
And I wanted to play
what's being funneled, what's being purchased, what's being supported. If we start supporting the music and the artwork that feeds instead of take away, then they will change what's on the airwaves.
They will not. They will not.
I said that's my opinion.
But that's your opinion, right? We had India Irie on the radio, right? We had people like De La Soul on the radio, right? These was big artists. We had these guys on the radio. Why they take them off? Why they take that type of music off? Because they wanted to
would rather hear somebody getting shot up and living a persona that was fantasized to them. They rather be that. They rather live that. They rather hear that.
Don't nobody rather be shot. I don't want to be shot 9 times. I don't want to be shot 10 times. I don't want to do that.
Today. Listen to the kids today. They think that shit is what
That's
makes
all they have to. It's
okay.
See, y'all getting me confused, yo. That's
I don't know.
all
You
they
saying one thing and then you saying something. I don't know. It's
that's
kind of
all. I'm saying the same thing. I'm not changing nothing, my tone or nothing, because I'm passionate about this. Right? If everybody sung songs like India Irie, we would be bored the fuck out of our mind, just like Uncle Luke said. If everybody rap like D1, nobody will listen to rap. And no disrespect to D1. Right? This shit is a form of expression. It's an art form. You can't tell people how to paint a picture. Ain't nobody tell Picasso, no, that's too violent. Or like Uncle Luke said, you got the statue with the man with his penis out and the lady with her breasts out. Nobody said they had a problem with that ever. Right? It's art. And we can't, we bucking our own people and stopping our own people or hating on our own people from getting money when it's the establishment. Back when all our people could get money. The native tongues could get money. The gangsters could get money. The dope boys could get money. Everybody could get money, and they stopped it and put it into just this violent shit, right? This crime culture, if you want to call it that. It's the establishment. We directing our shit at people, and the people not the problem. The people gonna continue doing art whether we like it or not. It's the establishment that's ruining our culture. That's what I'm saying. And they know exactly what they're doing. They know they will have us feuding because they know it's going to be people like, hell no, nobody want to listen to no NDRE. Don't nobody want to listen to D1. I'd rather listen to this shit because this shit more my speed. I want to go to the club, be able to dance. I want to go to the club. I want to get in the car and ride around to a gangster song every now and then.
Isn't that what I just said? You're saying it. I don't know.
No, you're saying it's the artist. We're not saying the same thing.
I'm saying people need to be more acknowledge more responsibility for the work that people don't put out and what they're listening to. Accountability on the people. I'm not putting the blame on a corporation because they're there just to make money. That's what they're gonna do. If you're gonna buy it, I'm gonna sell it.
If that's what you think the establishment's agenda is, I get it. Yeah, it is just to make money, but the establishment
exactly what it is.
But that's not all they doing. The establishment is, we know record execs is tied into politicians. All this shit is together. I'm not talking
on that aspect. I'm just saying basic. Basic is for a business to make money. They're gonna do whatever it is that they need to do to make the money. So if it's coming what you like, then I'm gonna make sure that you get what you want because I know you're gonna buy it.
And I also said this.
That's why it's liquor stores, and that's why it's hair stores, and why
look. And I also said this last week that if the industry took D1 right now, any one of D1 songs, and played it on repeat on the radio, D1 would be the hottest artist in the world. The industry, the system dictate what's hot. They dictate what's hot. We act like we got control of that. We don't. The system shoves that shit down your throat. That's why it's 11 songs on rotation on every radio station in the world. They're going to make sure you fall in love with every one of them. They play it every hour on hour. The system dictate what's... And D1 know this, and I know he knew this. But he won't say buck the system. He say buck the artist. Them my brothers, this, that, and the third. Because he know he's going to get somebody ears open. People going to listen to him. Oh, yeah, NWA to my brother, but they should have never brought gang culture to the hip-hop. They should have never did this. They should have never did that because you want to name drop shit like that. Go name drop Universal. Go name drop RCA. Go name drop Polygram. Go name drop the fucking labels that's really controlling shit. Go name drop iHeartRadio. The niggas that's shoving this shit down their throat. Go name drop them people.
Listen.
I know you don't get it. I get it.
I get what you're saying. I don't agree, but I get it. And we don't have to agree. We can have
we don't.
I still feel like even if you're talking about the record labels, if there was not that kind of music to be put out,
it's never gonna be that. No.
So what I'm saying is, yes, there is an aspect where one depends on another, one without the other ain't gonna work, whatever. But we still need to have ownership and have accountability ourselves for what's being pumped out here. And a lot of it is falsities.
We was all young at one time. We all partied to what we wanted to party to. We can't dictate what these kids want to party to and what they want to listen to. I'm saying give them a variety. Give them a choice. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think
I hear what D1 saying.
And I don't think he's saying anything different.
I hear what D1 saying.
Responsible.
I hear what India Irie saying, and she keep reiterating that she just said, don't boycott the song. I'm not saying boycott the song. I hear what she's saying, but the target, I feel like, is the wrong target. I guess we targeting our people because we want our people to be accountable and this, that, and the third. But that's not going to stop gangsters from being gangsters. That's not going to stop people from getting money how they get money or talking about the shit that they can relate to. That's not going to stop that.
Well, we got to start somewhere. So sorry, it's her time.
I keep saying the establishment, that's been our time, and it's been time for me to go. I love y'all. Hey, listen, Moto Your Mess, Have Mine's Mascot. I love y'all. Make sure y'all liking, subscribing, sharing, and y'all got them notifications on so y'all know when we going live, man. I will see y'all tomorrow sometime. Love y'all. 100.
LBZ, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Definitely make sure that you're liking, subscribing, and definitely share the channels. Keep coming back with us, having these conversations. We appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Remember that existence is automatic and purpose is chosen.
Yes, sir. Fly, you got something to say? I know he ain't go to sleep.
No, I think he was running errands.
Oh, he running around. He said he got to jump off. All right, love y'all, man. See y'all tomorrow, man. 100. See you tomorrow, too, LB.
All righty.
I want it.
Can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
I'm halfway floating, and I know what I gotta do. I'm about peace that's unfolding. I just need gotta come through. I need love, I need patience. Take me back to the basics. I just need one more shot at living. I just need one more shot like Pippin.
Niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
I am the Have Nots mascot.